Hey, I'm the Noodle Hunter, and today I've got something from the lands of Japan. Tanuki Soba instant soup noodles by the company Maruchan. Weighing in at 101 grams of dry weight and a caloric content of approximately 480, Tanuki Soba is a traditional Japanese soup noodle dish which is served with buckwheat soba noodles. The soup that the noodles are served in is based on a dashi broth seasoned with soy sauce. According to the internet, this is Japanese comfort food and is especially popular during winter. Right now in Australia, it's raining on the date that I'm filming this video and it's quite chilly, so I can't wait to have the Japanese experience by giving this one a taste test. Inside we have, of course, the noodles, and it looks like actual buckwheat noodles. Now this is going to be quite authentic. Well, I should be expecting this because it is from a Japanese noodle company. It also includes the tempura, and of course, it wouldn't be soup noodles if it didn't include the dashi broth seasoning. Alrighty, let's move on to the next part. Boiling and seasoning these noodles. Alright, let's add the water in real quick. Oh yeah, here we go. Now, there is something that I wasn't sure of, and that's whether do I soak the tempura in the water. But from what I recall, from my experiences in the past, this is served on top of it, so there's a bit of crunch to it. So I want to take the risk and just leave it out. It looks like it's been deep fried, and I feel like if I soak it, it's just gonna ruin that experience. Now I'm going to start preparing the seasoning. And it also comes with chili powder. My bad, I totally didn't notice it. Alright, let's mix it up. And wait 3 arduous minutes. So it's been about 3 minutes. So, are you guys ready for the grand opening of Tanuki Soba noodles by the company Maruchan? Bam! Wait. Oh, I really like that sound. I wish I could also read what's on here, but I think it's supposed to be a competition of some sort. Bam! And I forgot to do this earlier when I was seasoning the noodles, but I love tasting the powder on its own. So, stick my finger in there. Bam! Here we go. It instantly tastes like soy sauce. Hold on. And it smells just like a time that I've had in the past, which I might explain later if it tastes like it. Alright, let's mix up the noodles again. And I'm going to add the tempura in right now. Boop. Maybe soak it just a little bit to, let it absorb the dashi broth. Anyway, you know what I'll always say, you always have to taste the soup first. Got me trusty spoon, and now let's give it a taste. From first glance, that soup has a bit of chili flakes and it looks very dark. I do like dark looking soups because it shows that there is a lot of flavor in it. Okay. Whoa. That soup tastes a lot like MSG, seasoned with a lot of soy sauce. It tastes like soy sauce soup really, but it brings me back to a time which was a really horrible time for me. I'm gonna need to take one more sip because I'm getting a burst of nostalgia here. That tastes really traditional. It almost tastes like shoyu ramen. But I remember a time when I went on a multi-day hike. My friend and I got wrecked in the winter. We were very well-equipped, ill-equipped. And when we finally got down from that 2,400 meter mountain elevation from sea level, my English, I'm sorry. I got to the bottom of that hill and there was this little quaint noodle shop just at the bottom of the mountain. I remember buying it and I remember being very, very famished because I didn't eat much up there. We were a crazy calorie deficit. We would have probably died if we stayed up there a couple more days. And I remember sipping that soup and it was probably the most beautiful, nutritious thing I've ever had. In this soup, hold up, I have to take another sip. It has a sweet and salty soy sauce like taste to it. And if you ever had dashi broth, it is quite amazing. And because of this is probably because of nostalgia reasons and authenticity of the soup, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. It tastes just like Japan. Alright, let's move on to the noodles. Got me trusty chopsticks now. Spin it around. Oh yeah. It tastes quite good. Definitely tastes like instant soba noodles, but it still tastes like soba noodles. Soba noodle has that texture, but when you chew on it, it tastes kind of like a noodle that's made from whole wheat. It's just like, instead of eating white bread, it's like eating wholemeal bread, and this is in noodle form. It does taste like instant noodles though, because I've had handmade soba noodles and it's a lot more bouncier. This kind of just disintegrates as you chew on it. There is some bounce to it, but you kind of lose it after a while. Hold on, I need one more bite just to really taste it. Yeah, tastes just like soba noodles, but a more cheaply made version, like a factory made version. So I'm gonna give these noodles a solid 8 out of 10. Alright, let's combine the soup together and the noodles and add a bit of tempura so we can create this little hot pot experience. Alright, I'm gonna break a bit of the tempura. I kind of wish I didn't soak it now because I thought maybe letting the tempura absorb the soup would make it taste better, but soggy tempura can be quite tasty as well. Alrighty, let's add the noodles in. And now the soup. And bam, we have a little noodle hot pot spoon. Okay. That tempura adds that bit of crunchiness to it. I thought it was completely soaked, but it's still kind of crunchy in the middle, but it's just soaked on the outside. So as I chew on it, it has crunch. And it tastes a bit of a pea flavor as well. So I'm getting my 5 a day for vegetables. And the flavors just work so well together. It is a little bit salty though, a lot more saltier than what I'm used to. However, if you can find these noodles and you're in a Western country and you want to taste what traditional Japanese food tastes like, these are the noodles for you. So I actually give these a solid 9.5 out of 10. The reason why I'm not giving it a solid 10 out of 10 though is because the noodles need to taste a bit more better. And yeah, that's all we really have to say about these noodles. So, I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of The Noodle Hunter. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell as well to keep up to date to my videos. Hit that like button to inflate my ego just a little bit more. And leave a comment behind. It can be a nice one, but it can also be a mean one as well. If you're having a tough day and you need to rant it out on someone, I can handle their negativity. Okay, I'll see you all later.